think all systems are a go. No, they're not. Look at that. I came on camera today. Now that I'm on camera, I don't like how my hair came out. Hold on, guys. I have to adjust. I really don't. Okay, I'm ready now, I think. I want my HTV. I want it now, and I want it live. Yay! Okay, so I made a couple videos yesterday that I ended up taking off. I've had a lot going on in my personal life, and I think I want to reserve the right to take my time to think about everything and let it register, but I've been having good things happen. I'm very pleased to say I'm very happy and content, and I am trying to get my butt in gear because I need to finish my website and get my book up, and then there's like 2 pages filled with people I want to reach out to and say, listen, my book is formally out. Here's the edited version. It'll be a lot easier to read, translate, and hey, listen, consider me for an interview, please. So I have these projects that I'm involved with, and that ties up my time. So also the research and studies I've been doing. I'm almost 2 days away from finishing the rabbit holes that I want to fall down to research. Hey, listen, guys, if you know anyone online that has support groups for people that are supporting, helping an MK Ultra, DID, SRA individual, would you please let me know? A sister was asking about it in an earlier chat room because she is worried about her daughter being DID and she would like support for helping her daughter. I had 2 MK Ultra support groups, but they were for the actual victims, and both times, they were infiltrated, and I did not enjoy playing referee, and I am not going to make myself available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'll be honest with you right now. It's not going to happen. No. I have enough things on my own plate. Even once I'm done with the 8-month training course, no, I can't do that 24/7. I'm sorry. I can make myself available, yes, but not full-time, and you would have to do that full-time to give support to somebody who is a survivor of satanic ritualized abuse, and if they are DID, which is dissociative identity disorder. And then those people that support the victims, trying to help them become survivors, they need support themselves. I will not be opening up any support groups other than what we have right here on YouTube. What we have here in this community on YouTube and how I run it is our support group and how we connect and reach out. This is a community. This is a platform where you can do that and talk to people. Put your ideas out there and say, if anybody knows this or that, please reach out to me. I don't suggest that you give any personal information in my chat room or on my sites, because if you do, I will remove your comment, and I probably won't reach out to you because I'll be suspect as to why you're leaving personal information out in the open when there are people online who cyber stalk me, cyber harass me, threaten me in my life. They cyberbully me. There are people who troll me, hate me. They're adversaries. Every time I step up to the plate to talk about Pizzagate or one of my programmers or this, that, the other thing, they're right there to knock me down. So, and as of late, those trolls and haters and adversaries who can't stand me for whatever reason, or they're paid to troll me and come after me on the internet, currently they are attacking people that they think are my personal friends. And they are also attacking people who are my personal friends. So they're attacking acquaintances of mine as well as real friends of mine. So be on the lookout. There are campaigns against me personally. So in knowing that, you need to protect yourself at all times. But also, this is a community where we can talk about that. I am more interested in helping the victims become survivors than I am bringing the perpetrators to justice. I feel it will take Yeshua HaMashiach's second return for the perpetrators and programmers and handlers as well to come to justice. And one more thought about those group online support things. One, you need to be careful of infiltrators. They will chat your day away and tie up your time and distract you from what really needs to be done. Two, you have to be aware of infiltrators who pretend to be your friend or pretend to be a victim, and they're really not. They're out to troll you and destroy your group. You will have infiltrators that will pretend to be the parents of a survivor, but really they're handlers, and what they're doing is they're handling an MK Ultra survivor like myself from the underground bases or from being trafficked or from being exposed to mind control projects, all stemming from Operation Project Paperclip at the end of World War II. So you have to be careful of handlers posing as people who need support, and you need to know how to spot these infiltrators right off the bat. You need an eye for it. Otherwise, they're going to waste your time, and that's happened to me on several occasions with infiltrators. But you know what? The workers are few. And I think that if you guys call yourself followers of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, and you're saved and baptized to him, and you've gone through your freedom deliverance prayers, and you've gotten a freedom, you've been delivered of demonic possession and oppression, then you are called not only to be Ezekiel 33 watchman, but you are called to turn around and help the other person. So if whatever it is you're seeking, maybe Abba's trying to say, hey, instead of you looking for a support group, start one. Now, if he dwells inside of you, then you have his authority, power, strength, wisdom, insight, knowledge, discernment, power. I'm only one person. I'm over 3 months behind on my personal emails, direct messages, and, you know, one day I have 85 text messages on my cell phone, and that's not including the other day where there were 113. That's why I don't give out my cell phone number, guys. That's like, are you I am telling you now, this cell phone is going out the window. I'm telling you this right now, and if you get mad, too bad. I make myself available online. When I am online, I'm available to others. 9 times out of 10, I'm talking to somebody. No, actually not even. Lately, I've been researching stuff. But there have been weeks and months where I have given all day, every day, and even into the evening hours, my time talking to survivors and praying with them and building friendships with them and being a prayer warrior to them and a sister in Christ to them. But there's times that I need to have for myself. And that's pretty much that. But yeah, bank on whatever cell phone number you think you have, it's gone. I'm sorry, but no. No. Okay, I'm a survivor myself. I am still going through my own processes myself. I can't, I'm a one person army. That's why I have this community online. So you guys can come here when I'm live and talk with each other, build other friendships. Do you know how long it's been since I've talked to my good friends online? Like Greta or Deaf Bread? And gotten a chance to hang out with my personal friends? I miss my personal friends. That's how busy I've been. I've got time and I donate all the time I possibly can. But I call you guys to step up to the plate and be workers. I'm doing the best I can as a worker, but I'm more like a part-time worker because I'm also a survivor. And Abba has not opened my door for me to dedicate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of my life to other people yet. Because there's things that I still need to do and want to do. I want to go find the victims, bring them back and say, here, these are the ministries that you go to. This is what it's like every day to be a survivor and deal with SRA, DID, and MK Ultra. I'm an ex-super soldier from Black Operations, and I'm not embarrassed to admit it. The Black Operations I was a part of was mind control. Your tax dollars went to fund it. I come from deep underground military bases. I exposed that. That's a pretty heavy calling already that I'm undertaking. So I guess I'm pushing back a little and saying, listen, you guys got to have patience with me because, you know, I really miss my friends. And I just don't have time. There are some days I'm so busy, I'm like, I don't even have time to take a shower. How is that taking care of myself? It's not. Or, oh, I'm so busy, I forgot to eat. Oh, it's time to sleep, just a couple more hours. I can't. That's a terrible routine for anyone to have. And when I slip into that routine, you know that something is off. And I've been in that routine for a while because something's been off, and it's only been a couple of months that now I'm in our own home, and I love it. Excuse me, I just got distracted. So it's going to take me a while to adjust to being in my new surroundings where fishing is in my backyard. It's going to take me time to get used to the fact I'm back around my family, and I have my family back now. It's going to take me some time to adjust to everything. I'm so glad, as my one sister put it, I'm done being on the run. I'm done being on the run. And I have peace. I have shalom here. This whole, where I am right now, this is definitely Abba's hand in it, but I have to restore, rejuvenate, and repair. I really do. And you can tell that I was undergoing a lot of stress over the past few months, not these past 2 months. Once I got here, it's taken me since February 24th. That's not the right date, is it? Since February. It took me since February till now to really adjust and acclimate to having my freedom and independence back, and loving my atmosphere and having serenity and shalom, and like, wow, like, like, so it's going to take me some time to get back in the loop and back in the groove, but I have to be honest, I'm very, very happy where I am, who I am with, who's around me, my surroundings, my environment. And so things are going to take me time, and that's why. So if I'm 3 months behind on my emails, that's why. And I apologize. I'm not trying to be rude. I know I keep repeating myself, but let me get to my chat room. What else did I want to say about Lunch with Holly? Hi, Suzanne Stein. How are you? Welcome. Anna, it's great to see you. Dory, Lily, I love you guys. Steph, Greta, Shelly, it's great to see you. Wendy, Hot Retarded Chicks. V, oh my goodness, how are you? Good morning. I figured what I'd do is cook lunch and then sit and eat lunch with you guys. My appetite, boy, I have a big appetite. Last week I kind of lost my appetite a little bit. Actually, I should say I lost my appetite all week. It was a really big week, but I got my appetite back, so. Anyway, today I went out and I went out to meet someone, and as I approached them and we were outside, they were talking with someone else. And when I approached, they started looking at me strange. So I kind of slowed down. I could feel the mood shift. And I slowed down and I kind of came to a halt. And I'm looking at these two people and they're looking at me. I'm like, oh, the 6 feet thing. And they're like, uh-huh. Now, meanwhile, we're outside in open air. And we're talking about a dead virus that can't be airborne. So I was like, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, guys, I will respect your right to do social distancing outside without a face mask. And I will respect your right to believe mass media that is nothing but propaganda and lies. They're smearing the numbers. The COVID-19 certificate of vaccination, AI, 1 is A, 9 is I in the alphabet, is what's the patent number? It's like WO, or no, WO 02020 0060660. If that's not the mark of the beast for you, I don't know what is. I mean, it's got it written all over it. I don't know. I say I need glasses, but I could read that patent number clear as day. That doesn't look good to me. Where was I going with this? Hey, Shauna, it's great to see you. The NWO won them over with homeschool. Oh, I'd have so much fun homeschooling my kids right now. I'd be like, watch this, watch this, watch this. What do you think? We'd have some pretty interesting conversations. Okay, so while I was standing there thinking, okay, so you have the right to believe and practice whatever you want. And I'll respect that right. For your 6 feet apart without a mask regarding a dead virus that's no deadlier than the seasonal flu, I'll respect your right with all of that. If you respect my right, that if I see flames, I'm going to go running towards the flames to put them out. You guys can stay here practicing your 6 feet of social distancing. I see a fire, I'm going to go run towards it. You guys are doing this over a dead virus that is no more deadly than the flu. In the White House, they're saying it is a hoax. Good morning, Bonnie. It's great to see you. It's great to see you, honey. I'm looking at your writing and it says Holly, and I almost said Holly for honey. We love you, Bonnie. So I can't get over it. I really can't, how people are reacting with this and how they buy up everything. And you know, everybody's on lockdown, and that's another why people are getting bashed so harshly with trolls like I am right now. and like my loved ones are right now. And it's because everyone's on the internet. Sadly, all the wrong people are on the internet. Like, as far as, you know, that goes, the right people that should be on the internet searching this stuff up for themselves are the people that are glued to their television sets right now. Like, if I had the money, I would buy up a spot on TV and be like, guys, turn off your television. If you're watching me right now, you're paying a lot of money. Turn off your television, go to the computer. Here's a list of people you need to look up. Go get your pens and papers. Put your programming down. Put your television sets that are programming down. Wake up, guys. You guys are going to lead this whole nation straight into taking the mark of the beast because you're so indoctrinated, dumbed down, and you are exactly what I call sheeple. And how do you wake them up? Because I certainly do not have a finesse with words. And I don't have, I've learned a lot of patience. I've learned patience in the right situations. But when it comes to trying to get people to wake up or trying to win them over to Jesus by debating with them, because they like to debate, or I don't have certain skill sets. I'm limited, such as I'm not a teacher. Hey, it's painful. Great to see you. Sorry, I'm not really in my chat room too much because there were things that were on my mind I wanted to say. And plus, I wanted to hang out with you guys and just have lunch and, like, relax my mind. Like, at the end of yesterday, I found myself watching 2 videos at a time, and I thought, okay, it's time to chill out, Holly. Now you're putting yourself on overdrive. I'm still trying to build my energy back. Like, when I got here 2 months ago, I was here for a week, doing great, like, ambitious, like, yeah! Wild horses couldn't have carried me away. You know, I was like very ambitious, but then I got bit by a tick and I was down for, that ended up putting me down for probably 5 weeks. So, and then after that, I've been trying to, you know, dive back into the projects that I have going on right now that I can't discuss with people. But I have my hands in projects, and I hope to do other projects. So I hope these projects lead to those other projects that I got my eye on. Other than that, you know, I've been dealing with my broken pieces, programmed parts, altars. Thanks, Lily. I appreciate that. So my altars have been popping up, and of course they would. I mean, I've bounced around quite a bit, and of course, under stress and drastic changes, they will come forward because they want to make sure that I am protected and I am safe and the situation is running smoothly. Because if it's not running smoothly, one of them plans to take control. So otherwise, everything will run smoothly. But, so I've been dealing with that, and it's not anything new. I woke up December 2014, so I had all my memories come back then. Some of them I just forgot about because I have so many memories. Some of those altars went down back under, but it's nothing new. To me, to the public, yeah, it's going to be the first time you guys hear about it, but it's nothing new to me. I'm really glad I'm in a situation right now that when I have these memories coming forward from my super soldier days, that I'm not in an atmosphere where it's like, oh, Holly, who was their name? What's their name? Well, what super soldier was that? Well, what happened to him? Well, did this happen? Did that happen? And it's like 50,000 questions thrown at you in like 2 seconds flat. And they want to know every cotton picking detail through, inside and out, sideways and back. And it's like, no, back off. After being locked in a cage, I get boundaries, I get privacy. Get out of my business. I'll tell you what I'm okay with telling you. Like, don't ask stupid questions, people. You want to know the stupidest question I was ever asked? And yeah, there are stupid questions. I thought the only stupid question was a question that you never asked at all. And you would be stupid because had you asked the question, you would have gotten an answer. But no, there are stupid questions out there. And one is, well, how do you go to the bathroom if you're locked in a cage? How did you and the other children go to the bathroom? Oh, well, yes, we held up our hand. The white lab coat came over, gave us a hall pass, and then escorted us to the bathroom. And then when we were done, they walked us back and put us back inside the cage. What kind of question is that? And if you're asking that question, what kind of person are you? Are you a handler? What is your main objective by asking a question like that? Okay, let me answer your question with a smart question. What is wrong with you that you would ask such a thing? What do you think happens when you're locked in a cage and you have to go to the bathroom? I don't know. Take a wild guess. What do you think happens when you are locked in a cage? You know what's something else that is disgusting? I came across this in my past too. I lived in a situation where there were sadly too many other people around. And one day I was running a video on YouTube and my door was open because my cat was coming in and out. So it was cracked open. Well, I got done talking about Pizzagate and how these politicians would order up children. And then we were sent out to have sex with them. And I got into Project Beta, where they teach these kids how to even have sex in the first place, because these kids most likely haven't even had their first kiss or even thought about their first kiss. They're so young. But they're trained, like in Monarch, to be sex slaves. Project Beta is similar to Monarch in that capacity. Where was I going with that? Okay, so when I got done with the video, and it was a good video, it was one of the best ones I had done, I walked outside into the common area, and this person of the opposite gender was turned on by hearing about Project Beta and how Project Beta taught these kids how to have sex. And you know what? One of my sisters, I kid you not, the guy was actually turned on hearing about that part of my testimony. Ooh, they taught you how to have sex? What was that like? You want to go on a date, Holly? And I wish I was exaggerating. Hi, Diane. Welcome. So, my sister in Christ, Vicky Joy, when I had the honor and pleasure and privilege of meeting her, brought up a good point. And she is so intellectual. Like, I love talking to her. I'm completely stimulated, and she really thinks things through. And she goes, Holly, how do we bring this subject material about child trafficking to people's attentions without wording it in a way that in a couple of years they're going to be tempted and attracted to that lifestyle and end up going into it? And it brought up a good point. Hi, Jason. Welcome. Yeah, sorry to make you vomit. I know. Yeah, Lily. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating, guys, with that. I already had a problem with that person, but that day, that was like, like anything you do or say from now on, I'm going to hate you. I'm going to hate you. I no longer hate vegetables. I got you now to hate. Vicky had a very good point, because I have heard of people that investigate things that after many years, or even just a couple years of investigating a certain subject matter, they end up falling into it. And if you're investigating child trafficking, well, then you're exposed to sex constantly and you're exposed to that world. I've heard of it perverting people, where they wind up the very thing they're fighting against and exposing against the very thing they wind up falling into. And how do we talk about this subject matter where we can present it to people where they won't fall into it or be sucked into it? Same with presenting occult theories or satanic holidays. When you bring it to the public, how do you bring it to them in a manner where they're not going to be romanticized and wind up falling into it? And it blew me away. And it reminded me of that example I just gave you with that one person. Oh, thanks, Diane. I'm humbled. Thanks, Diane. I hope you didn't download the bad ones. I saved the bad ones too, and boy, boy, but if you guys have ever seen me online run a bad video, it's because there was somebody on the other side of that computer that poked at the bear, antagonized the bear, and kept poking and poking and poking, or they just had such an abnormal reaction to a topic, like they should have been grossed out by the topic of pedophilia that I experienced, not turned on by it, and the sexual things that happened. Hey, Kevin Stoll. Good morning, Yeshua. Blessings. Lifetime actor. It's great to see you. Right, lifetime actor. That's a good point. I've been noticing that people. Oh, my friend who believes the mass media, he has a term. I mean, he's totally sucked in by mass media, but at least he realizes that on the Simpson episodes, they've like done episodes in the past that are applicable, and it's predictive programming. They did episodes on things that were to happen, and sure enough, they've happened. But he sees that. He acknowledges that. But why he won't turn to Jesus, or why he won't really wake up and realize that mass media is lying to him, I don't know. And I don't really feel that I have the finesse to try to get him to change his mind, because I don't want to push him, and I don't want to put him in self-defense, like put him in a defensive mode where he's completely turned off about Jesus. I can sit and have a conversation. There's another person I know, and they will go to ask me a question, and I will give it to them. And they say that they're a Christian, but they're not walking like it, to say the least. But they turn around and they'll ask me a question about the Holy Bible, and I will give them the answer. And he will turn around and tell me that I'm judging everybody. And I say, no, I'm not judging everybody. But you asked me a question. I gave you the answer. Here's the Bible verse. It's God saying, I don't like this. Don't do this. Here's a Bible passage. I'm just the one reiterating it. Oh, no, you're judging everybody, Holly. Oh, no, you're judging everybody. No, I'm not judging everybody. God is going to judge everybody, and that's how he's going to judge us. Me, I'm just reiterating. Like, dude, I thought you were raised and grew up on your Holy Bible. But then I have to also remember that the person I am talking to has ties to the Freemasons and is adamant that their father was a Christian, even though he was a high-level, high-ranking Freemason. Oh, no, Holly, he believed in Jesus. You can't tell me he didn't. I'm like, listen, these Freemasons, when you get to the top notch, you realize you've been paying allegiance to Nimrod, not Jesus. Oh, no, you're just judging everybody. You can't judge everybody, Holly. I'm like, listen, I'm not judging anybody, but if you were as high up in the Freemasons as your father was, you would realize and understand he was not a Christian. Now, lower level Freemasons have got no idea what's above them, and that's why they're the low level. There's a reason for hierarchy. Even the military has hierarchies in different branches. So, anyway, people don't listen. I don't know how to talk to them. I'm glad to sit here and be able to talk to you. That's another reason why I love these videos, is I can sit and reach out to all of you all at once, connect with you. And then I feel like I've been productive. Remember, this is for you, not them. Thank you, Susan. Get rid of any red flags. You have the instinct. Trust your gut. I'll watch you later. I love you, Suzanne. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Love and peace to you, too. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We are allowed to judge the fruit. Yeah, like if you see that somebody is bad fruit, then you have the discernment to tell you, don't go there. Just like you have the discernment that tells you, don't touch an oven while it's hot. Get a rain jacket and rain boots before you go outside in downpour or snow. Like, but that's also just common sense. People take discernment too far, and they use discernment to judge others. I've seen that happen. Oh, well, we have the right to judge. No, you don't. No, you don't. You only have the right to judge angels. That's it. Abba's judging you. You have no right to use your discernment as judgment either. Oh, well, I get my discernment and my wisdom and knowledge and insight from Abba. But you got to stay away from that person. They defected from the CIA, and now that they're, out of the CIA, they're talking about Jesus, but you can't trust them. Don't trust them. Okay, that's their discernment being used to judge others. Meanwhile, they're standing there looking me right in the face, and I'm thinking, nitwits. I defected from deep underground military bases. I come from MK Ultra projects and super soldier projects. I defected from that. But yet you trust me? And I defected from that, and I'm talking about Jesus? Well, obviously, you've got no discernment and certainly no wisdom, because you're using your discernment to judge others. And what you apply to one person, you're not applying to the other person, obviously. So therefore, you don't have discernment either. Because that person isn't good enough for you to be friends with, but I am. How's that discernment? I thought you use discernment to know if someone is shining the light of Yeshua through them and doing his works. But then also don't forget about, you're called to take that light that shines through you from him and expose the darkness with it. Not placate to people, not meet them where they're at, to expose the darkness. To say, hey, this is what's up, this is what time it is. Maybe I'm not good with confronting people. Or maybe that's not even the word. This is a better way to start that sentence. Maybe I'm not good with approaching people in that capacity. And they have it all over me. And of course, the people that have it all over me are those that cherry pick Holy Bible verses. They don't read the entire paragraph to understand what that one sentence means. They just cherry pick it, put their own meaning to it, and slap it on you and tell you how you're wrong. And they're right, and because they agree with each other, they're right. They think Jesus is there, and you're wrong. No. I'm like all wound up. Good morning, Dawn. It's great to see you. I love you. Yeah, they do. So, whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for them to have a great millstone fastened around his neck and to be drowned in the depth of the sea. Selah. And that's what I count on, is Yeshua's second return. I pray to see, I live to the day to see him return, because then I will see justice brought to all of those predators that did that to children, because it ruins their life. It really does. I was talking with someone yesterday about the destructive programming when you're exposed to mind control projects. Um, and we were talking about that destructive programming. So even if you get out and you get out of those projects, then you have to worry about deprogramming from suicide programming they instill in you. You have to deprogram from the destructive programming that's installed from you. And you have to go through all of that. And so right now we're talking about the destructive programming. But so far, I haven't destroyed anything in my life that wasn't supposed to be destroyed in the first place or not be in my life in the first place. So, and obviously, if I'm not self-destructive, if I picked myself up by my bootstraps and here I sit in my own place. So, oh no! I did destroy my pizza though, guys. Oh, I forgot the timer. There goes lunch. You want to see my burnt pizza? I don't think it could get any more burnt. Oh, the good thing is though, there was something spared from the pizza. Keeper got all the pepperoni off the top of it before I destroyed it. Hi, Paul. Yeah, burn lunch. I forgot my food. I forgot to set the timer. Like, duh, Holly. What am I going to do now? Shucks. Darn it. Aw, I'm so bummed now. Now we don't get to have lunch with each other. mm. I hollied it. I've been pulling hollies a lot lately. The other day I run a video where I forget to turn my sound on. Today I forget to time my pizza. Then there was something else I did where I hollied it. I've been pulling a lot of hollies today, or lately. I did though. Pulling a holly is usually to make people think that you're working when you're really not. But when I make a mistake, I say I hollied it. Because they're usually like, you know, think, think, think. Is anyone home? Like, oh, I was so craving that pizza. It was a DiGiorno pizza too. I know. I think what I'm going to do is like venture out. There's a whole bunch of places I want to go. I want to, yeah, I think I'm going to go to the store and like search around. And I don't know, I think it's just funny walking around, but I don't like to go out because I'll tell you what, typically I want to go out, but right now as it stands, I'll be honest with you guys, right now as it stands, I usually don't go out. Everything's brought to me. My attorney used to do that years ago for me for a long time. He would bring my groceries to me, and I appreciated that. But now with everybody covering their face and fully wearing glasses and full face coverings, you don't know who's who. until I get a full face covering like that, I don't go out without somebody else with me. Forget that. Forget that. Uh-uh. I got those shocker things, whatever they're called, and I've got mace, and they're legal to carry, but until I get myself a full covering so you can't tell who I am, I'm not taking chances. Get out of here with that. So, I don't know. Hey, Addie, it's great to see you. Hey, Ben, how are you? I will. I will. But I need so much that I'll be like walking up and down every single aisle just to see what they have and just to see if I can remind myself everything that I need to still get for here. The big important thing that I got to get, guys, I'll tell you right now, is my fishing license. I'm getting it Saturday. That is like priority number one, is my fishing license. I can't believe I haven't gotten it yet. Then everybody's going to be like, we haven't heard from Holly in 3 weeks. And I'll be fishing. And I said to my friend, well, you know, we can go. I meant to say camping, but instead I said tenting. Fishing and tenting. So we're not allowed to assemble in groups of, 10 or more, so. And being outside. You got a Bigfoot Power Wheels on Christmas. Oh, I always wanted a Power Wheels. I want an adult version of Power Wheels. I'm still a kid. That hasn't changed. Regardless of my childlike alters. Yeah. I wanted to go out to Arizona fishing in March. I was dying to do that, boy. I really wanted to go. But you know what? I wouldn't have been able to. Well, actually, where I was, I wouldn't have been able to go. But had I been here, I was here in March, February, March. Well, where I was is the reason why I said no to the trip. But if I was here, but I had just gotten here at the beginning of March, so that airfare would have been like $2,000. But I really wanted to go on that fishing trip, something awful. Ooh, I want to go scuba diving, Deaf Bread. I want to go swimming with the dolphins. I love you, Addie. It's great to see you, sweetheart. Sorry, a notification popped up. I'm like, who's that? Yeah, I'm going to go have to buy another DiGiorno pizza. I can't believe I forgot to time it. You do? Yeah, I wanted to go fishing. Really bad. I wanted to make that trip. But had I known I was going to be here in March, I would have said yes back then. But because of where I wasn't going to say yes. I wasn't going to leave my pets alone and be that far away from them. Can you guys hear the church bells? Annie, you have a beautiful day, sweetheart. Well, on the note of Holly didn't burn my pizza, is there anything else that I want to gripe about? I'm really glad to see A lot of these bigger channels, well, they're bigger than mine, obviously. That's why I say bigger. These other channels now, you see TV, Cutting Edge, Dan Vindondi, Truth Radio Show, David Author, I Belong Ministries. They're fantastic. Fantastic, especially nowadays when you want to know the truth, you want to know the news and really what's going on. They're boots on the ground, and a lot of their sources, yeah, they're Yahweh's chosen. I've been tuning into them, and they've been really helpful on keeping me like up to date with what's going on in the world and actually getting the truth. You have to be really discerning nowadays when getting the news, I noticed, because I saw other big channels take news articles and hack them and not give you the full truth of the article and not show you the video and let you listen to the audio. Instead, they hack the article and put their own spin on it, making you cast doubt on its very validity before you even saw the full video and heard the whole audio, and it pertained to the hot mic in Washington, inside the White House nonetheless. Anyway, so, hi Sandy White, good morning. Okay, so I guess on that note, let's see, I have a face mask. I could just I got the dark glasses already. But if I wear one of Coach Dave's hats, they're automatically going to recognize me. Odo Rank, hi. Welcome. Hey, Lynn, how are you? I still need to mail out that Dragon software to you. You can have it. I just got to get my tickets to the post office. So, okay, guys, I should probably let you go. I am going to let you go. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that's been on my mind lately. I have more interviews coming up, so I can't tell you who, what, when, where, and why, but there will be more interviews in the very near future. Hey, keeping it simple, how are you? It's great to see you. I was thinking about you and your travels, and I hope you're doing well and your family's doing well. Shalom. There was somebody who came into the chat room. I forget what live stream it was. Someone came into the chat room, and what did they say? They were like, they said, "What up, my shalomies?" I was like, that's a really cute saying. What up, my shalomies? I'm going to steal that from that person. I'm going to start calling you my shalomies. I'm so glad you made it. And in the nick of time, too. Well, actually, not really, because you had mentioned some of your struggles through the trip. Good morning, HH. It's great to see you. Uncle Obvious. Maybe we can catch up talking. But I burnt my DiGiorno pizza. I forgot to set the timer, so I need to kind of go get lunch and get a new one. Ooh, if I got to venture out. Wait a second. Yep. If I have to go out, you know what? I'm not going for a DiGiorno pizza. Nope. I can tell you that right now. You know what I'm going to get? Japanese food. That will increase my appetite by like 50%. Like, you just say Japanese food and automatically my mouth is watering and I want it. The only time I will say no to Japanese food is, you know what, I'm not going to say why. I'm not going to get myself in trouble. But listen, I must not be happy if I say no to, if somebody offers me Jap food, but that's what I want is Japanese food. I had trouble eating last week. I really did all week long. I asked Abba, I'm like, I got appetite issues. Can we turn this into prayer and fasting? And it's not, everybody's like, oh, she's anorexic. It's MK Ultra programming. No, get out of here. It's stress. And also, I wasn't feeling well. I have rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia. I have a ton of health diagnoses. You forget I'm fully disabled. People forget that. They take one look and say, oh, you're fine. No, I'm not fine. I don't care what I look like to you. I'm not fine. These are my disabilities. I have side effects from my diagnoses. Just because I go natural herbal means does not mean that I don't still suffer from my health diagnoses. I don't know what it is with people, cognitive dissonance. Yeah, right now I'm building my energy back. But last week there was a lot going on, and I was dealing with things back and forth. And you know, one day I'm just too busy to eat, or I forgot to eat. Turns into a second day where I'm skipping meals. Oh, you know what? I'll just grab something later. I'll grab something later. And then it turns into like a week long. But yeah, most of my friends are disabled. Pain and stress take away from people's appetite. Yep. I had a loss in the family too. So that took me time to get over. And I'm so glad I was here when it happened. But more than that, I'm so glad that I was here through that grieving process. Because I had the space and the privacy and the time to grieve and do what I needed to without having outside forces distracting me or trying to manipulate me and control me, or possibly quite hinder me from attending the funeral. So, you know, there's a lot of bad people out in the world posing as sheep. You were stressed. I know, right, Lily? MK anorexic programming is different. Thank you. Thank you so much. You've vindicated me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lily. I hate these things. Now I got it all over the place. These chopstick things. Alright, so I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go across the border and I'm going to go get Japanese food. Across the border to get Japanese food. What? I know this really great Japanese food place that's still open. I'm going to go stock up. So, alright guys, I hope that you have a very blessed day. And may Yud Hey Vav Hey bless your food and make it holy. And may He join you when you guys eat. And thanks for joining me today for a little while. I hope I did an alright job with the video. There's just a lot going on this side of the screen that when I can, I will be happy to tell you about. But it's all good news. It's all happy news. But at the same time, there is some stress. So I love you guys. And I'll see you soon. Oh, enjoy your lunch too, Lifetime Actor. I'm so glad I got to see you guys for a little while. It really pleased me. But I better get my tuchus in gear. And, you know, plus I've got like a week's worth of dishes to wash because I didn't do anything last week. So, it's this week. Okay, I love you. I'll see you all later. Have a beautiful day.